It's nice to be able to eat lunch together like this.
No matter how much we get along, remember, Agent Morgan is a member of a different organization, and I doubt he'll be of much help with the case.
Come on, George, be nice.
It's okay, I'm used to it. This is the typical reaction of most local sheriffs who are really good at what they do when the FBI comes to help with a case. I understand the mentality completely. We've all seen it on TV, but it happens in real life all the time.
So, George is the defensive home turf sheriff?
Yes, definitely.
And the FBI agent is going to make the sheriff look bad, just like the TV shows?
That's not what I mean, George. When you're good at what you do, you tend to defend your work aggressively. You simply displayed a perfectly natural reaction.
A natural reaction?
Thomas, you've outdone yourself again. Food was delicious, as expected. Amazingly good.
Thank you.
That ham salad was fantastic. I wish the boys at HQ could get a taste of it.
Really? I can give you some of the ham. It's homemade.
Homemade ham. Amazing.
My mother taught me how to make them. I have some homemade pickles, too. I was just...
That's enough, Thomas. We're very busy. Agent Morgan, stop wasting time around here and let's get over to the hospital.
Yeah, we'd better get going. We'll see you there.
Get this all cleared up and get back to work.
Yes, sir.
I'm impressed again, Zach. It must be very peaceful here. A law enforcer with the time to make ham at home. Simply amazing.
Hello everybody, Booker Player 1 here, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Deadly Premonition. So we're still on Chapter 7, we're going to be doing some more side quests. And essentially what the loop here is find something you want to do, and if it's not available, just use the radio to go back to the Tree of Anna and sleep until the thing you want to do is available, either due to whatever time it is, or if it needs to be raining. I'm very upset because we have a quest we could do with Polly, but if we go to the hotel, we move on to Chapter 8. So, we'll have to wait to do it. For now, we're going to go to the forest park because it is raining. Also, in between some of these scenes, I have gone to places like the sheriff station so I can change my suits out. Because it turns out, if you sleep in the woods for like 24 hours at a time, you just end up being a stinky boy. Okay, I decided to meet you guys here at the dock afterwards. We just ran down here. So for once, we're actually trying to catch something that isn't a trading card. Do, 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 do. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Any songs you guys like to put lyrics to that don't have lyrics? Oh, okay. Can we get the... We're looking for that blue fish is what we want. Yes! Thought we were going to snap our line for a second. Except... we snap it anyways.
Zach, did you see that? Now that fish was huge. You only see something like that in the countryside. I bet I'll need a better rod to reel that monster in. We need to find someone who knows more about fishing here.
Legendary Tabitha. Also, I've been avoiding doing it because it's some of them are kind of spoilery. If you look at your side mission list, once a side mission is active, it'll kind of tell you like what you maybe need to do. And if you look at this one, it's going to tell us to go talk to Jim. Which I'm not walking back up there. We're just going to teleport. Jim might have some advice for us. But yeah, if you look at the side mission explanation, it tells us to go talk to Jim.
Can I ask you something?
I have nothing to say if it's about murders, victims, and killers.
No, it's about something else. About fishing.
Fishing?
I saw a behemoth-sized fish in the river. A real whopper.
Did you catch it?
Oh, no. It was far too strong for my line. It ripped the lure right off.
Yeah, just as I thought. No human would be able to catch her, at least not that easily.
You know the fish I'm talking about?
Her name is Tabitha. She's been protecting the peace of the river for many years now.
Tabitha.
She's a special one. Probably some kind of king salmon. A variant or a mix of something. She's been seen in these parts for over a decade now. A normal king salmon would only live about 7 years, of course. There's no real explanation for it. I think there's a special reason for her existence. You know, like nature trying to warn us about something.
You said that she's kind of like the keeper of the river.
Catching the keeper is every fisherman's dream. You gonna try and catch her?
If I get the chance.
Just hold on a minute, then. I'll lend you this. It's the rod I used when I was younger. Real sturdy piece of work.
Are you sure?
Yeah, if you fight Tabitha with a weak rod, you might end up just getting hurt. If you do manage to haul her out, though, I want to see her, you know. Could you bring her to me?
Of course.
We'll leave him to concentrate. With Jim's legendary rod in our hands, we'll head back down to the fishing spot and see if we can actually reel in Tabitha. Now, as far as I know, mechanically, I do not believe the legendary rod does anything other than allow us to catch Tabitha. That is all it does. Alright, back at the dock. Let's go fishing. Let's actually select the correct rod. I still do not understand why this minigame works that way, where sometimes it just doesn't activate. I don't know. I know I keep saying it, because I don't have an answer. I don't know what the design choice, like what the idea was there, that sometimes you don't get to play the fish minigame. Alright, try to reel her in. I think I hit it too early. Yep. We will try again. Sadly, spoiler alert, there's no real tangible reward for completing this side quest. Other than the associated trophy / achievement. But we're trying to do everything we can in this game, so we're doing it. Okay, let's see if we can get it this time. It should be good. Yes.
Look at all these scars. You've been protecting this river for a long time, haven't you?
I knew this day would come. What do you plan to do with her? I think she'd be lovely smoked.
Yep. Smoking your own catch sounds like the makings of a very tasty appetizer. But even the pair of us could never eat this much smoked salmon, right?
You might regret that later. You're not gonna see a fish that big again anytime soon.
Oh, I have no regrets. I capture criminals, not fish.
I bet she was glad, you know. Glad that you're the one who caught her. Just keep the rod. Think of it as your trophy for catching Tabitha.
That's it. Legendary Tabitha is completed, and our reward is we keep the legendary rod. But like I said, I don't believe it does anything mechanically different from our other rod other than allow us to catch Tabitha and finish this quest. So I don't know. Maybe more on that later. We're also going to run up this walkway. There's a couple of agent honors that you can get. And then once we're done with that, we're probably going to go do a bunch of sleeping at the tree, since the next thing that I want to do requires it to be daylight. Like regular, normal, nice, clear, sunny day. Can't do it while it's raining. We're going to prepare for one side quest and actually go do another. So we'll just get our old radio. We'll head to our tree. Something I actually forgot to talk about. It slipped my mind. The other reason that we like this tree for our wait out the rain spot, for our sleep spot, it has to do with that can of pickles I was so excited about last time that we were here in the last video. And the reason I was so excited about that is that's actually an infinite can of pickles. Since if you sleep for long periods of time, your hunger meter will deplete and you'll start actually taking damage over time. But you can just pick up as many cans of pickles as you want, so it's also an infinite respawning, like, hunger meter filling spot as well. Which, as soon as we're hungry, I'll show you guys what I mean. I'm going to go ahead and do some sleepy times. I wanted to show you guys this, too. So if you are out past midnight, the town looks like this. You get the creepy red sky and the creepy music. If we head out to the road, there are enemies that will try to stop us, which I will show those at a later date. Right now, we're going to get some pickles. So we get the pickles. We move away. Hey, look, more pickles. Hey, look, more pickles. Ooh, can of pickles. I believe that's going to be our limit, yeah. But now we can just stuff our face with pickles and go sleep again. Rinse, repeat until the weather / time on the clock is where we want it to be. But yeah, you can just eat pickles to your heart's content. Do you guys like pickles? I'm actually, I am a pickle stan. As much as I hate tomatoes, I love a good pickle. I'm one of those weirdos, like, I could just eat a pickle by itself. Alright, we're gonna sleep again. Still raining, so we are gonna continue sleeping. Turn right around. You can also, if you don't want to use the pickles for some reason, you can always radio yourself to the sheriff station and have Thomas make you lunch. It's a free heal. Free food meter filler upper. Thomas's delicious lunch. I mean, we're going to sleep for another 12 hours. Again, we're going to be a stinky boy. We're going to be a stinky boy. Because we're out here just sleeping in the woods for 24 hours at a time. You ate a lot. Yeah, I'm just eating these cans of pickles, man. Just shoving them down my gullet. We do finally have a nice day, though, so we can go do the stuff that I want to do. Which we're going to use the radio to go to the milk barn. So we have needs to buy some stuff. And then go do some stuff. Which we actually did talk to both Lily and Keith.
Hey, bro.
I do want to browse the merchandise, because you have a thing that I want. Love Keith is just like, I don't even know what we sell. But I'll sell it to you. So he has Spiritual Map A that we're going to buy.
Hey, man. The spot on the map is called Cope's Tunnel. It's one of a couple of places in town where, like, spooky stuff happens. I'll tell you a story, okay, man? But, don't go spreading it around. The spirits, they don't like publicity. Back when this place was a lumber kingdom, you know, the rockin' 80s, that tunnel was the main connection from the lumber yard to this town. Every day, huge trailers would, like, come in and out. Lots of traffic, dude. Of course, some people were, like, all up in arms. Save our nature, stop pollution, you know. Big business was pushing in here from all over the US of A. Everyone was bickering over the forest. So some of the town people got even more worked up, you know? They started a protest inside the tunnel itself. I guess maybe that was the start of all the bad times.
Bad times.
Oh yeah, man. Rough stuff and heavy times, man. The conservationists and the lumber workers faced off with each other. Neither side was backing down, and that made things worse. Amid all this chaos, there was a man and a woman who got engaged. Problem was that the man was a lumberjack, and the woman, she was a tree hugger. They rarely ever fought, but then, one morning, they had a lover's quarrel. People think that her love of nature clashed with his profession. But we'll never know what they really were fighting about that morning. The man shouted. He called her an idiot. And then he stormed out and went to work. If only he had known, that would be the last word he would ever say to her. When he finished his work for the day, he got in his car and drove home. When he got to the tunnel, he saw lantern lights glowing faintly. Those fools, not again. He just thought they were protesting in the tunnel again. And to scare them a little, he decided to speed up. He probably thought they'd all scatter so he wouldn't hit them, but the lights didn't move. In fact, one came toward him. A second later, there was a thud, and the lantern flew up into the air. Slammed on his brakes, too late, of course. Then, totally freaked, climbed out to see what had happened. I don't need to tell you who he hit, do I? What's more, in her mangled hand, there was a letter to the head of the lumber mill. A peaceful settlement offer. The woman had no other relatives other than the man. And the lumber mill took no responsibility for the accident. It was going out of business anyways.
What happened to the man then?
No one saw him again. Some say he killed himself, or simply just vanished. You know, he might still be in the tunnel, weeping over his lost love. So now, some folks say there's a ghost of a young man that haunts the tunnel. I told you it was called Cope's Tunnel, right? Well, check this out. Some people call it Corpse Tunnel now. You better be careful, Mr. FBI, if you go down there by yourself.
Map to Psychic Spot A. So with that purchased, we now are going to have a marker on our map. We're done with Keith. We have a marker on our map to go do a little side mission. Lily is not here yet. Oh, is that Lily? Ms. Lily, I need to buy things from you. I come buying. Do you come selling? Oh. I think we have to let her walk over to her designated NPC spot, and then we can buy things from her. We need to purchase a few food items from her for a side quest we'll be doing in the next video. But we're here, so, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone that whole bit. There we go.
Hi there.
We would like to buy stuff. We're going to buy an onion. The onion is $6? That better be one hell of an onion. We also need to purchase hollandaise sauce. And finally, we are going to purchase a country ham. We are going to go to our toolbox and make room for this country ham. Thankfully, there is a toolbox over here. I will be with you guys in a minute. Okay, we have fiddled with our inventory. Let's try to buy this ham again.
Hi there.
I come buying. Alright. Now that we're armed with an onion, hollandaise sauce, and a country ham, we should be set up to do something later. But for now, I'm far more interested in the Cope's Tunnel. And what that entails for us. So it says that root beer fends off sleep, but most root beers I come across don't have caffeine in them. A sugar, maybe? So you see we have an orange marker. Just to give you an idea where the Cope's Tunnel is at. And where we're at. So it's actually a straight shot. It's a bit of a drive because we have to kind of like go up and loop around and get into the tunnel. But just wanted to show you guys in relative position where it was. I'll meet you guys there. One short drive later, and we're here. Let's go ahead and stop the car because I want to give you guys like another, just like a quick pan around the map to give you an idea of like where this location is at. We're also going to pull out our trusty dusty wrench for reasons. Just for reasons. So real quick, looking around just for like other landmarks you might recognize. We have the electrical substation. That's kind of close to where it's at. We have those dirt paths where we found the bones. There is... We're not too far from the forest keeper's cabin. Maybe somebody has something for us. Be looking into that next time, whatever it is. But for now, let's do this. That's the famous paranormal place they talked about. Maybe, yeah, we'll give it a try. So what this is all it is a gauntlet of enemies. We're going to go through several rooms full of shadows, and when we get to the end of it, we get a reward. If at any point it's too much, you have the little glowing circles over there that you can just exit if you don't want to be doing this. But we have the wrench, so this is going to be super easy. We have our one-hitter quitter. If we take damage at all during this, I will be very surprised. The only reason we have damage at all is due to hunger. These guys are nice enough to leave us some ammo and stuff. So you could come in here with, even if you don't have the wrench, which if you're following along, you should have the wrench, but if you don't, for whatever reason, these guys drop a lot, they drop ammo, there's pipes here, there's plenty of normal weapons to get you through this without it being too difficult. Once you clear all the enemies out, you'll be able to open the door and move on to the next section. I'm looking around to make sure I don't want to pick any of this up. I don't believe I do. I think this is like a stabilizer. No, I'm good. And we're not picking up any of the machine gun bullets either. You're going to see why when we get to the end of this. Every time we reach a new area, the door locks, and we're forced to clear the area out. But again, we have the power of wrench. There's also a barrel there you saw. Like, it's another good chance to use the exploding barrels if you're trying to just use firearms. You can try to group up some of the shadows by the barrel and just blast it. Go that route. But I'm perfectly comfortable just walking around and love tapping them with our wrench here. I think it's doing a pretty good job of getting the point across. Move on to the next section. They do try to increase the difficulty a little bit, but it's still super easy. Like, all the shadows in this room are gonna have melee weapons. So they can block a little bit of damage, and they can whack you. But again, we have wrench, so they are no match. What did you drop? He dropped an ice axe. I'm gonna equip that just to show you what the ice axe does. It's a very slow, very high damage weapon. A lot of wind up on it, but it's a one-hitter quitter. So if you don't have any of the infinite like bullshit weapons, then it's not a bad one to grab. We should have one wave of enemies left. And this last wave is like, it's really the only one you have to do any real like thinking for other than run up and hit, and even then it's still not that dangerous. These guys all have guns. But they are so slow to use their guns, and the wind up on the guns is also very slow. You'll see it coming from a mile away. But do keep an eye on the enemies if you see them charging their shot up, that little purple starburst glowy thing they do. If you see one of them doing that, try to get behind them, get behind cover, kill them. You just have to be a little bit aware of your surroundings. Yeah, you see how long that windup is, but if you're not paying attention, you could get caught off guard. A bunch of shotgun shells, but we don't have a shotgun, so we're not going to worry about it. That should be the end of it. So if we go through the door this time, we should get our reward. What is this? Oh, a flare? I actually want that. I have too much crap. We'll send the flare to our toolbox. Flares are about one of the only things I'll still be picking up at this point. And behind the last door, tell him what he's won. Do not enter the circle until you go to the table on the far end, or you have completely wasted your time. We have the submachine gun again, but with the red text. Which means that it's infinite ammo, baby! There. We have an infinite ammo machine gun. Which means at this point there is absolutely zero reason to use our sidearm anymore, our pistol, because we just have another infinite ammo weapon that is better. So, if you've been following along, you should have an infinite ammo gun and an infinite ammo melee weapon. And it completes that side quest for us. There are more maps to more spots like that, but we're going to have to wait to do them. And if for some reason you want to do it again, or you screwed up and like couldn't finish it, or you walked out without grabbing the machine gun, you can go in and do it again. But that's going to be it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Any questions, comments, or emotional outbursts, go where you think they go. And until next time, stay safe.